Hello then, the story ninjas in the house. While listening ninjas, today my story is not coming out of a storybook, but I found it on the internet while visiting Nali Bali's website. So I had a look at www.nalibali.mobi and I found their multilingual story library. And oh my word, was I surprised with all the stories that lay hidden in that library. So I've selected a few. One of them that I'm reading today, where you'll see I'm reading it off a laptop. So I didn't even have to print it out. And if you find it, well, why not read along? This one is called Whatzit. Who is Whatzit? I'm wondering too now. And it's been written by Jude Daly, and the illustrator is Magriet, Brink, because they do have a few pictures there. But as we read, for those of you who don't have pictures, we're going to listen very, very well, use our imaginations, and conjure up all those pictures for ourselves. Now let's find out what Whatzit is all about. While it was raining, it was really bucketing down, and Amina, well, that's our little girl who the story is all about, was absolutely fed up of being lonely. Amina was the youngest in the family. Well, and none of her friends could come out and play, and everyone in the house was busy. No, they're always busy, the bigger ones. And anyway, Amina lay on her bed. She stood on her head, and then she put on her fairy wings. She started to dance. She twirled and whirled and scurried and flurried. She even rocked and rolled, but, oh, man, she flopped back on her bed. Nothing helped. She was still feeling lonely, and she was still fed up. So she unpacked her toy box, and all her toys along with it, and most of them were hand-me-downs from her big sisters. Well, even the toy box was a hand-me-down. So out she packed Ellie and Dussie, Rabbit and Mouse, and put them all on her bed. She even found a teapot at the bottom of that toy box. Well, she searched the toy box again, and right down at the bottom she found Whatzit. Yes, Whatzit. It was lying forgotten at the bottom of a sewing basket, also at the bottom of the toy box. And Amina turned Whatzit over to see its face. But Whatzit did not have one. Poor forgotten Whatzit had a shape. Now picture this, a sort of roundish, squarish shape with no face, no arms, no legs, no ears, no tail. Oh, nothing. Anyway, Amina propped Whatzit up on the bed between Ellie and Dussie, opposite Rabbit and Mouse. She found the teapot and she poured the tea. Ellie, Dussie, Rabbit and Mouse drank all their tea up. And Amina too, quick. But Whatzit did not drink his tea. Well, how could Whatzit? He did not have a mouth. So Amina took Whatzit along with the sewing basket to find Granny. What's that? Asked Granny. Whatzit, said Amina. Whatzit needs a mouth. You're picturing this Whatzit without a mouth. Okay, said Amina's Granny, but we must be quick. I am very busy and I still have much to do. Amina's Granny helped her to sew a mouth for Whatzit. A nice, smiley mouth. Now, what next? Oh, Amina thought, I think Whatzit needs a nose. Good idea? Yes. But already her Granny was busy with her other stuff and not listening to her anymore. So she gathered up her sewing basket and she went to find her middle sister, Fozia. What's that? Said Fozia. It's Whatzit, said Amina, and Whatzit needs a nose. Okay, said Fozia, but we must be quick, really. I'm busy and I still have much to do. Fozia helped Amina sew a cute little button nose for Whatzit. And eyes too, said Amina, but already Fozia wasn't listening. And so off she went to find her older sister. Well, that's Shireen. And on the way, Amina's dad saw it too. "What's that?" asked Dad. "It's Whatzit," said Amina, "and Whatzit needs a pair of eyes." "Well, I've got some," said Dad. "Come along. But we must be quick because I still have much to do." Have you noticed? Everyone has much to do. Amina and Dad sewed on Whatzit's eyes. 2 sparkly button eyes. Whatzit's taking shape, don't you think? And a tail too," said Amina. "Well, I can't help you with that," Dad said, because Dad was not listening and he had already started doing something else. So Amina went off to find her older sister, Shireen. "Oh my gosh," said Shireen, "where did you find that?" Wow. Shireen had a memory that just popped up. "I was making it for you as a gift, and I started before you were born, but I lost it somewhere, and, well, obviously, I didn't finish it." Amina handed Whatzit to Shireen. "Oh my gosh," said Shireen, "it's so cute. Has it got a name?" "Whatzit," said Amina. "And Whatzit needs a tail." Well, Amina and Shireen made a tail for Whatzit. Wiggly, waggly tail. Then Amina and Shireen looked at Whatzit, and Whatzit smiled back. "And, well, how about some curly whirly hair?" said Shireen, "and some pointy ears. But then you're out of here because I still have much to do." Everybody has much to do and busy with their own things. Anyway, Amina took Whatzit back to her room and propped him up between Ellie, Dussie, Rabbit and Mouse. And then she made a fresh pot of tea. Right, let's find out what happens now. Amina drank 1 cup, and so did Ellie, so did Dussie, Rabbit and Mouse. And Whatzit had 3 cups of tea. Poor Whatzit was so thirsty, and after all, he had waited a very, very long time for his tea. So everyone who's often bored with nothing to do, some of us really don't have older brothers and sisters, but I promise you, if we look around and we scratch around in our old toy box perhaps, we will definitely find something that we could play with. And another thing, I think Amina and her family were being so creative in giving a Whatzit, the squarish, roundish shape, a new face. Or actually, a face first of all. So boys and girls, let's be creative. Let's use our imaginations and all the things around about us. So until next time, goodbye.